Let's go to Allie Bradley now. Allie, you have talked with Chief Bovino. What else did he have to say about this one incident and the tactics altogether?
Yeah, hey, Marni, I actually just heard from Chief Bovino before he walked into that courtroom, and he tells me that he is ready and said, quote, the U.S. Border Patrol works for the taxpayer, and we stand with taxpayers and have their back. Our mission continues unabated. Earlier this month, he defended the agency's tactics, and he told me that their operations are sound, standing behind those tactics, that use of force that we have been seeing them use on the streets. Take a listen to what Chief Bovino told me earlier this month.
It's not our operations. Our operations are all legal, ethical, and moral. We'll be about 1,600 apprehensions today. Amongst those 1,600, terrorists, child rapists, gang members, aggravated felons, a whole litany of really bad people walking those streets in broad daylight with impunity. So the operations are definitely sound. We've been doing this about 101 years now, Allie. We're legal, ethical, and professional for 101 years now.
Okay, so we expect to hear from Chief Bovino here shortly, but the Border Patrol chief was originally called for a deposition before November 5th. But after those images and photos surfaced out of the little village with the tear gas canister, that changed. DHS officials claim that the agents, including Bovino, used crowd control measures in response to protesters who were throwing objects. Plaintiffs, though, have challenged the account, saying Bovino threw the canister without justification. But we have violent protests break out since September across Chicago, operations where we witnessed people jumping on the hoods of the tire of one of those government vehicles slashed by a rioter, many of whom say they don't agree with the way that federal agents and officers are making these apprehensions. Now, DHS, of course, defending those tactics from their federal law enforcement, saying that these are sound operations, that they are operating within the law. This, of course, as DHS is reporting a spike in assaults against agents and officers, saying that that has escalated 1,000% when compared to this time last year. Marni.
Allie, we've also learned of a shakeup within ICE where Border Patrol is going to be playing a larger role, similar to what we're seeing with Chief Bovino. What else can you share about that?
Yeah, Chief Bovino was essentially kind of the prototype for President Trump's immigration crackdown and the interior enforcement. He's been essentially the face of all of this unfolding. So we can expect to see more Border Patrol, more sweeping raids, more at-large operations with this shakeup here. So what we can expect is more Border Patrol chiefs in these types of roles across the U.S. As sources confirm, immigration and customs enforcement officials in at least 5 major cities are being replaced by senior Border Patrol agents. So we're talking about Denver, Los Angeles, Philadelphia, Phoenix, and San Diego. We are told that officers were relieved of their jobs last week and they were moved to different positions within the agency. But Border Patrol has been carrying out the majority of these at-large sweeping raids that generally lead to protests at the direction of Chief Bovino. Now, they do carry out targeted enforcement operations as well, but that is more so what ICE is doing. By comparison, ICE officers are generally sticking to one target after they conduct recon and research. This method is not producing the numbers that President Trump wants, though, according to sources. Bovino's methods seem to be more of what the administration is after. Take a listen to what he said here.
We are going to turn and burn, and we're going to go throughout Chicago with reckless abandon, professionally, legally, ethically, and morally, and arrest all illegal alien gang members that we can get our hands on.
Okay, so Marni, we know these Border Patrol agents that are going to be taking over these ICE roles. They're on a detail, basically, into ICE operations. And so it is a temporary detail. We don't know the length of this right now. We don't know if they're going to shift them more into a permanent role, but we can expect to see even more than 5 of these offices with this shakeup and this shift, Marni.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.